Coming up on CityView, Reader's Digest, the magazine names Austin a Best of America city. Flood awareness, the city of Austin hosts a swiftwater rescue demonstration at Lady Bird Lake. And Animal Services will introduce you to the city's new Animal Services officer. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Leslie Sopko. Those stories and more. But first, this May marks the 30th anniversary of the devastating Memorial Day flood of 1981, which claimed the lives of 13 people and caused $35.5 million worth of damage to the city. To help remember this tragic day, the city of Austin is collecting testimonials from those who experienced the floods firsthand.
I think we thought, oh gosh, water's going to come in our house. Never dreaming 7 feet of water was going to be in our house. So even in getting out, I think we were considering we should get out of this house, but we never dreamed the peril we would face out on the street with brush and debris hitting us. And
even when we were out, my feeling was not to be frightened. My feeling was just to try to survive this. It's only when I turned back and saw what was really a raging river running through our house did I truly become frightened about what had been the potential for real damage to us. And so at that moment I really did get frightened. But just living through it, you're just trying to figure out as best you can how to get out of this situation and get your wife and your child safe.
yeah.
If you have a story to share, visit austinfloods.org and post your stories, videos, or photos. Well, the city doesn't want a repeat of that tragic event, so it recently hosted its annual Flood Safety Awareness Week to reiterate the slogan, "Turn around, don't drown." Central Texas is often called Flash Flood Alley because of its frequent and intense rainstorms. These storms can drop huge amounts of water within a very short period of time and usually happen with little or no warning. Channel 6 was at the city's kickoff event to highlight the dangers of flash flooding.
This is an opportunity for us to inform the citizens of Central Texas about the significant dangers of flash flooding. Austin sits in the heart of Flash Flood Alley. Now, we got that nickname because flash flooding occurs here more often than almost anywhere else in the United States. If a road is barricaded, turn around. And it's important for everyone that lives here in Central Texas to know that it's dangerous to drive across flooded roads. Pay attention to the roadways around you. Look for the signs that indicate low water crossings or tell you that you need to watch for water over the road. The EMS department works very closely with the Austin Fire Department and the Starflight program, as well as other city departments, to provide rescue services throughout the Central Texas area. Here in Austin, we have some of the finest and best trained water rescue capabilities anywhere in the country. We work very hard to make sure that we're there to provide those rescue services. It all comes down to the simple fact, turn around, don't drown.
In other news, the city's Animal Services Office welcomes new Chief Animal Services Officer Abigail Smith to Austin. Smith has received national recognition for her work on animal welfare issues, including the no-kill movement. She now leads Austin in maintaining its status as a no-kill city. In February, the Town Lake Animal Center saved over 90% of animals that came through the facility, becoming the first large city in Texas to reach that no-kill goal.
I think that, some of the biggest challenges include really being able to improve and increase our capacity. I think that exceeding the goal in February was an extraordinary accomplishment. But I think that challenge grows bigger as the busy season hits us. So we're going to need to look at how can we move animals through more quickly, how best can we work with our partners to get adoptions up. How much more efficient can we become with our shelter medicine program? How can we keep all the animals healthy? And really expand the number of animals going out to meet the demand of the animals coming in starting this spring. So it's really going to look at capacity building, I think, and efficiencies that we can achieve.
The city's Animal Services Office runs the largest animal shelter in Central Texas. It provides shelter to more than 23,000 animals each year. Now it's time for a City Council update.
Council approved a construction contract to improve the terminal at Austin Bergstrom International Airport. This project will improve access to air handling units, renovate and upgrade the public restrooms, and replace and renovate the overhead rolling grills at security checkpoints. Council also approved an interlocal agreement between the city and Austin Community College. Per this agreement, ACC will provide free GED classes at the Rosewood Zaragoza Neighborhood Center. These classes will run through June 2011. Meanwhile, Council approved an ordinance to accept grant funding for the Austin Police Department's project that will provide assistance to female victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. These funds will be used to improve the department's ability to provide services to adult female victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, stalking, and dating violence. And Council authorized an agreement with the Austin Independent School District to assist the city's obesity prevention initiative. They plan to increase student access to healthy foods and beverages in schools. The Health and Human Services Department will work with AISD to implement food-conscious changes at high-risk elementary schools. In all, Council considered 60 items at its March 24th meeting. Its next regularly scheduled meeting will be April 7th. For CityView, I'm Kimberly Painter.
The next time you flush your toilet, think twice. Dual flush toilets are a great way to conserve water, making them a must-have in any sustainable building. Here's a look at how they work.
A dual flush toilet saves water by letting you use only as much water as you need. These toilets come in two varieties. This kind is pretty straightforward. You use the bigger moon shape for solid waste and the smaller shape for liquid waste. Now you might have to press these buttons down a little longer than you're used to. The tricky part with these green handle toilets is you pull up for the small flush and push down for the big flush. We're all used to pushing the handle down to flush, but the green handle is a good reminder to think before you flush. So next time you install or replace a toilet at home or in your business, look for the EPA's WaterSense label. That way, you know you're really saving water. So happy flushing!
Finally, the Reader's Digest is a huge supporter of Austin's sustainability efforts. Austin was named a Best in America city for having the largest voluntary renewable energy program in the country, investing in smart grid technology, and working toward a carbon neutral goal by the year 2020. Their We Hear You America traveling campaign made a recent stop in Austin to present the city with a $1,000 check to help support these local projects.
On behalf of Reader's Digest, we're just really happy to be here today and present you with a $1,000 check to help you continue your green sustainability projects.
I am very excited about being awarded this check by Reader's Digest, partly because it really says to me that we're getting recognized as a city who's green, but as one of 100 cities in this tour that Reader's Digest is doing across the country, it tells me that green isn't just a fringe thing, it's really becoming more mainstream. So many different cities are looking at it today, and so we're just being recognized as one of those cities that's been doing it for a long time. We just celebrated 20-year anniversary for our green building program. So we have the oldest green building program in the country, and probably in the world. We also have an amazing car share program that's the biggest and fastest growing car share program. It's a partnership with Car2Go. We have a huge renewable energy program and green choice program where you can actually make a selection to invest in renewables.
We just heard some great stories about the green initiatives that are going on here in Austin, so we thought that was very important, so we thought we'd highlight it.
We have so many people in the Austin community that are interested in sustainability and green issues. They know a lot about it. They're doing a lot of great things. And we're working in the Office of Sustainability to try to connect with those people more. So this will give us, a little bit of funding to be able to have events where we can reach people, maybe have prizes that we would give away that would be green prizes. So I'm looking forward to coming up with some ideas for how we're going to use it. So I'm really appreciative of Reader's Digest.
And that's all for this edition of CityView. I'm your host, Leslie Sopko. Our next episode premieres Friday, April 8th. Thanks for watching.